Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Something that I forget to I don't realize is that I have well over 500, 600 videos. I don't even know how many videos I have. And a lot of them come up on YouTube in searches or on Google on searches, and people will find me that way and start watching. And a lot of my earlier art things that I really love doing were I like art dolls. I like doing them in cloth, I like doing them in clay, and I like doing them on here, and I like to do angels. Something that you can use that is very inexpensive, and I have tons of them that I buy from the dollar store, or I will buy from Michael's, AC Moore, Joann's. When they have, sometimes they have them on clearance, sometimes they have them on sale 3 for $1, and you get the big old thing of, flowers. I like to get the leaves because I can use them as a different type of wings. And there's, this just comes right off, and I'll show you all that when we go do it. But, always I always try to encourage you guys to look at things with a different set of eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, who would think that you would go in and you would say, oh, these will make great wings. Do you know what I mean? And then you have a really great fairy girl or angel or whatever you want. I have tons of them, mixed media paintings that I've done, that I've either shown on YouTube, done on YouTube. I've sold them, sold most of them. And you can even look on my Facebook on my photos to see what I'm talking about. If I remember, I'll try to edit one and put it in here. But so a lot of you have requested for me to do more of a angel fairy type painting. Now, they are requested by people who want them to be very beginner friendly. So that's the kind I'm going to do like this. I'm going to get into a point of doing, once we get this and I kind of wrap up things that I'm doing, and I have a clay video I have to edit, and I have, what was the other thing I wanted to, I haven't videoed this one yet, but I can't remember what the other thing is. Anyway, so I'm going to talk, I got a few things I want to talk about. I'll do it in a vlog, maybe after this, but let's get to getting. I know a lot of people don't like dark art. I know a lot of people, when I say dark art, they always ask me, what do you mean dark art? Now, The Odd Girl was essentially, she was not a dark art, but she was like a cute dark art, kind of like odd is the word that I use. I like dark art where there's blood dripping and there's an eye missing and it's crazy looking and she looks crazy or the piece looks crazy, dark colors and all that kind of stuff. Love it. I love horror movies. I love horror anything, and that's the kind of stuff I love. However, I really love this kind of thing too. I know people will write me this and say, but they're so pretty when you make all the pretty colors and everything like that, and I totally get it. But I'm just gonna, I'm gonna make a pretty one, show you guys how, I do the mixed media background and the angel, and then you guys can go on with it, whatever colors, whatever you like. You guys have been rocking with the mixed media houses and all the stuff that you guys have been doing and making your own videos of and sharing. And I am just beyond over the moon because the stuff is just so beautiful and so inspiring. And I love it. You guys really inspire me. So, okay. So here we're going to start. We'll talk about these later, but we're going to start a nice background. And what I want to do first is, and I'm going all out, I might glue, I might do molding paste, I don't know, but I think I'm going to go with purple and pinks and, some colors that I really love, that if I was buying lipstick, that would be the colors that I would buy. So, okay, okay, I'm not going to fight with that to open it. Let's just get some paint down. And I'm just pouring this out. This is Delta Ceram Coat, and I call it Ceramicoat. I know that's not the proper name, but it's Ceram Coat in Lilac. Lilac. Love it, love it, love it. They gifted me a lot of paints, this company. Delta, Plaid, Folk Art, they have just been absolutely delicious and beautiful to me, and it just makes me so happy to receive that. And that's why I like doing giveaways, because so many companies and people have been so kind to me, and I like to give back. I can't do much in terms of giving back, but whatever I can, I try to do to help somebody out. And same with the random acts of kindness. I just like doing it to help others. And if I could send everybody something, I have more coming out, more random acts of kindness going out, rather. I'm a little late to the game this week. But I'm trying to get my self together. If I would just get these pens back. All right. So you see, all we did, you take a piece of paper. It doesn't matter whether it's printer paper, mixed media paper, sketching paper, whatever you have. This is watercolor paper. You can use Bristol. The point is just doing it. And really, once we layer, it's not going to matter because it's going to make it stronger. So you use what you have. Don't worry. I tell you guys all the time, don't worry about not having it. You know, not having watercolor paper or canvas or whatever. Use what you have. The point is that you are creating, you're putting your energy out on paper and just having a blast doing it. And that's what matters. Now I'm going to try to, oh gosh, I thought I had everything set up correctly. Apparently not. I'm going to just blow this with my heat gun. That's what she said. All right. And the reason you want to blow dry, excuse me, the reason you want to dry, I don't know why I say blow dry, because that's my next thought coming out of my head. The reason you want to dry your paints is because when you go to put your next color on, if it's a color that's going to make, let's say, mud and not complement what you already have down, you don't want to mix them. You want to make sure that they're dry the best, you know, of your ability. I don't have much patience, so therefore, that's what I do. Now, I want to decide what I want to do. I think I want to put some paper down, and I love, love, love. I'm a leopard freak. I love the leopard, so I'm picking that bad boy out. We used that on the Odd Girl, but I want some of that peeping out. Let's see what else I have. Let's do some. Oh my God, let's spill it all on the floor, why don't we? Yeah, okay. Let's do these colors. Ooh, it's like so like fancy spring colors. My goodness. Oh, there goes my glue. I'm a hot mess today, and I haven't been cleaning up. I don't know. Oh well. Such is life. All right, so let's do this, and let's grab our Mod Podge. Now, you can use Mod Podge. You can use white school glue. You can use gel medium. You can use Collage Podge. You can use a glue stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just put that into a song because I say it so often. I just want everybody to remember that you can do it. You can do it. All right. So I'm just going to do these in smaller pieces. This is a pretty big canvas, and I don't quite know if I'm going to do her going this way or up and down. This paper is just, look at that. Oh, can you see my hands with her? Look at that. Oh, yeah. All right. Do them small and then just set aside. Pick the colors that you're going to put, or the papers rather. And remember, it's not, you don't have to cover, you can cover the whole page, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. All right, so I'm going to get my, okay, I'm going to get my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to start gluing. I can even switch this because it's a double page, which I think is great when you're going and buying yourself some scrapbook paper. Even if you do the clearance aisles, which I love to do, you know, the clearance at AC Moore, Michaels, and Joann's. And they always have clearance when they have a double side, because look how fun this becomes. Same color concept, except we're putting it right here. And you have a great color, you know, color concept, but different pieces. This is a big piece of paper I'm working on, so I'm hoping that you guys can see it. And that's why throwing, you know, just throwing the color on haphazardly is okay, because we can do so many things. We could rip this, and I'll show you about that later, or we could cut it or leave it as is. It doesn't matter. And then we can just frame it out with more color. But right now, and this is also giving it time to, the paint time, a little bit more time to dry. Since I'm doing this, because you can see some of it's being lifted up and going on here, and I don't care. And you see how that's smearing? Let me see if I can get my camera up a little bit more. Let's see. Come on, bad boy. It's a little better. A little further away, but that's all right. We're just putting this stuff down now. And if you don't have textured paper, which this blue is textured, you just crumple whatever paper you have. I crumple it, I wet it, and then I unfold it, and it comes, you know, comes out as crumpled paper. I've done quite a few videos on that. It's just adding your own texture. La 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 la. Get in my head, and then I'm like, forget to talk for a minute. As my cats are going through all my stuff. Stay away. I don't like usually having them in here because they decide they just want to jump wherever they want to jump. And I'm doing, again, you could use a glue stick. Don't overthink this, okay? Just put your colors on. Don't overthink it. Okay. So that will be the paper. Do I want a little bit more paper? Now look, you can see right here, you know, the paint was still wet. So when I, you know, went over it, if you don't want that, do I want more paper? No, I think I might do something else. Okay. When you, oh, and you know what else, which I'm not doing right this second, but wipe this off before you put your lid on because it'll glue itself on and then you'll be like me and like scream and yell for somebody to come help you, and then they think there's a bug, but there's no bug. I just couldn't get my Mod Podge or my glue. So you can see here, you know, a little more purple than maybe you want. So just take a little bit of water, spray it. Take a rag or paper towel and give it a wipe. And you can see it comes off. Now I probably waited a second too long. There we go. And you can see how it lightens it up and it brings it more, you know, like that. But that's good there. I'm just going to hit it with the heat gun for a second. Funny thing, I have my heat gun where I could pull it out and use it on camera. So it's more like in front of me so I can use it. However, I've been cleaning a little bit in here today and now I have stuff piled up on it because why not? All right, all right, let's glue down there. Yeah. Just make sure, go over. If you have a brayer over it. But you want that to stick. It's very humid here today, so I don't know how sticky it's going to get. And this goes out to Lisa, who wrote me. I'm trying to think of the names. I was going to write them down. I know Lisa was one. Becky was another. Lisa and Becky. Oh, geez, I'll have to look. But I know I had like 3 or 4 emails of what I was just talking about doing a more upbeat type painting. And that they liked my angels. So, my folk art angels. So, that's where I'm going with it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, while this is kind of finishing up drawing, it's a little tacky. Tacky, get it? Like, ma'am, I'm a tacky. All right, so I don't know at this point where I'm going to put my little angel girl. I like to put her, I'm not somebody who really digs putting everything right in the middle all the time. However, because I'm going to give her wings and some fancy hoo-has, doodads or whatever they're called. I don't think hoo-has was the right word. Okay, rewind. So, because I'm going to probably put her in the middle with the wings, because I want both the wings to be there, I'm going to try to stay away from the middle with my molding paste and stuff, modeling paste, whatever you call it. So, I'm going to use light modeling paste. Now, a couple messages I got today, or I answered today, rather, I should say, were about sorry, I water too much. Wait. Ooh. Was about making your own modeling paste, which I have recipe on my website and everything else, and making your own gesso. And so you can go check that out on my website. You can search it on my YouTube. I have it on there. Where's my little SKYPE? Hate when I clean and then I lose things. I'll use my Sally Beauty my beauty card. All right, so I'm just taking a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to try. It doesn't matter if you go in the middle, but I'm just going to try to do it like this. And I just take it and you just scrape it. We're just adding some texture. Great stencil. I love the stencil. This is out of the Random Act of Kindness I got. I'm using a lot of that stuff lately. And I just love it. Of the stuff that I got. So, very happy, very thankful. My dog's choking in the background. Why not? Why not? And you can make this as thick or as not thick, or as even or not even as you want. You know, you can see I'm kind of scraping. I want some of that texture, but I don't necessarily want it always thick. And just take it around. The nice thing is you can see where there's holes, where your stencil is. Let's do a little bit over here. Just run it. And then when you run it over your stencil, you can see you're cleaning up a lot of that extra modeling paste there. All right, so let me just do right here. So I know some of you are going to be doing this along with me, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. Hence, that's why I'm doing it, because I was asked and they wanted to do it with me. So I thought, okay, let's do this and let's do it together. So anybody else who wants to do this along with me, I'd love to see what you guys do. But it's just going to be a nice little, again, if you don't have modeling paste, whatever we call it. Oh, look at that, how nice. Oh, I love it. So now what I want to do is turn it, because I want to add some of this. Why does something fly in my eye right when I'm doing something fun? If you don't have modeling paste and you don't want to make modeling paste, use gesso. Use white paint. You can use white paint. You're not going to hurt nothing. Don't use anything. You don't have to. If you have stencils, you can use, I have so many videos of me using colored pencils to make patterns, markers, whatever you have. This I'm just adding a little bit of hoo-ha, you know. I'm just going to turn it. And I like to turn my stencils, you know, not so much always the normal way. Because I'm not normal. Why would we make it normal? And you see we're doing it haphazardly. And I'm just going to clean off my card to get into the rest of those. And look at that. Now, all right, I don't usually clean off my card, but whatever you're using, you can just give it a quick wipe. You see right here, I got a little fanciness there. You just give it a wipe off. Okay, and I'm going to put my lid back on it. Gonna put my lid back on it, And as you can see, I left, basically, I mean, you know, there's a little in here, molding paste, you know what I mean? But I left it kind of basically open, because what I like to do is draw. Make sure you wipe off your stencil too when you're using any type of modeling paste. I don't usually wipe it off when I have a baby wipe works great for this. When I'm using paint on these, but sometimes the modeling paste, I won't worry about it so bad, but I will wipe off, because it'll start making its own texture, which is fine in itself. But it's a new stencil, and I like to give it a couple uses where I'm not, you know, ruining it already. All right, so there we go so far. Oh, the colors we're going to add. I love it. So these are our first 3 steps. Take your substrate, which means any type of paper, canvas, whatever you're working on. Pick your base color. Mine happens to be purple, a lilac, light purple. You pick whatever you like. Take a couple pieces of paper. Now, if you don't have scrapbook paper, I know a lot of you don't, use newspaper, use magazine paper. We're just building some texture and some, like, you know, substance to it. You can cover your whole page if you want. You could cover it like I did. I might put on a couple more coats and then put a couple more different pieces of mixed media paper down, scrapbook paper. I don't know. And then go and add some sort of texture. If you don't have, what's it called? Modeling paste or molding paste, whatever we call it. And you just want a little bit of the texture, just use your regular paint. Use a darker color than this, or use a lighter color than that. You can take your brush, what is it called? Your stencil brush, and just stencil some texture here, stencil it there, stencil it there. I'll show you real quick. So let's find a paintbrush that'll work. Any paintbrush really will work. I'll use this one. All right, it's just a regular paintbrush, and I will use some of my basics magenta, and you use whatever color you want. Now, you know, I like to get my paint like this. All right, and you can see I got paint on there. So what I'm going to do is right here, and I'm just going in like this. Now, I know you think, oh, it's not the same as the molding paste, but it does. It's going to add texture because we're going to be covering this with extra colors. And that's just going to peep through. If you want to wet it a little bit, wet your brush a little bit, and you're going to make it a more fluid. It'll look more like watercolor. And that's all you do. Drag it like this. Drag it, drag it, drag it. Doesn't matter. You're making extra color, extra texture, and you will see the more you build on it, you're going to have extra texture. So if you have Crayola watercolor markers, Crayola crayons, whatever you have, use them. It's okay. It is okay. You want to make it go in a little circle like this? Go ahead. Blend it a little bit more. And that's all you're doing. You're just adding that color around to add a little bit of pizzazz, because who doesn't like pizzazz? All right? So, y'all, I'm doing it. I hope that you guys will. I know a lot of you do not like posting. Oh, I said that twice. Do not like posting your stuff on Facebook or, you know, where other people in public, where other people can see it. I totally get it. And I know a few of you who wrote me about doing this. You guys are the same way. It's okay. You can email it to me or send it to me on Facebook. You can also tag me if you want. Tag me on Google, tag me on YouTube, tag me on Facebook, tag me on Pinterest, tag me wherever you want. Twitter, I'm everywhere. You know, and then, so we did our first 3 steps here. We got 3 layers so far. We have our base layer, which was the light purple. We have our paper, which is basically the second layer. And then, whether you use paint or whatever you use, or you do the molding paste, that's number 3. So, we're 3 layers in, and look how fun. Now imagine, the more we do, the stronger the paper is going to get. So don't be upset. So many of you write to me and say, can I really use printer paper? Yes. Or use your composition paper book. Glue your pages together. If you have a composition book or a notebook, glue 2 pages together using white school glue or a glue stick, and then work on that. It'll be fine. The point is that you're doing it. So what I might do, I don't know if this would even interest anybody, but for everybody who does this along with me and tags me or sends it to me in my email or what have you, I will when I'm done with all this, then I will give it away to somebody who did this along with me, if that makes sense. Because I can't always send all my stuff, you know, like all my paintings and everything that I do to everybody, although I love doing random acts of kindness. You guys are so sweet when you get them. I think it's fantastic. I've watched people open up and get random acts of kindness and drawings and stuff like that from people, and it's very exciting. Like, I would love to have somebody's art as well. So I think the way that we're all just spreading that love around with little random acts of kindness, or you guys are in swaps and you know, people swap their stuff and all that kind of stuff. I think it's so fantastic and lovely. Just to be so inspired by people. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is putting up all my, if you've been with me for a while, you know my art room, the way I had it before. My walls were plastered with art that people sent me. And so I have them all downstairs, and I think I might it was always so inspiring. So I think I might hang up and get my walls all done this weekend. Hopefully, I don't know. Or this week. Who knows? So I hope you guys are digging on this. I love it. I'm still doing a darker canvas coming up with the other canvas that I started. I love you guys so very much. You all just, oh, you make my, you rock my world. I love you guys. I love watching your videos. I love your emails, your comments, everything. Mean the world to me. And it's always be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I can't stress that enough. And give me a thumbs up if you like, you like doing it along, because I have clay videos coming up. I have jewelry videos coming up. I have a lot of things. And, it's Kelly's way, the way I do things, the way I've learned to do things since I become much more handicapped and that type of thing. But I can still do it to a point. And I know a lot of you are at that point with me. And it's good for beginners and just for us to do projects together. So I love you guys. And thank you for just being so freaking awesome. Bye, guys.